guys, it's Rebecca Oberstadt. In today's video, I'm doing my very first sponsored post ever on this channel. And it's with a company that I have belonged to for a long time. And I tried to log into my account a couple weeks ago and noticed that it was no longer a free account. And I didn't realize that they had migrated to a pay-only type system. So I'm going to walk you through what this account is, how it works, how I use the program, and all of that fun stuff. Just so you know, this is a sponsored video. I am not getting paid per se, but I did get a subscription in lieu of this, which is amazing for me because I like using this program. It's not a program, it's a website. They've been around for a number of years. A lot of people haven't heard of them. Some people have. And I guess it just depends on who you follow on YouTube or other social medias on whether or not you've heard about this website. But today we're going to be talking about Social Bluebook. What Social Bluebook is it basically breaks down your social platforms and what you could potentially earn from a shout out, a sponsored post, a direct link, things like that. Now, Social Bluebook initially started back in 2015. I've been with them since at least 2018, and I had to go back through my emails and find my thanks for signing up email. So I've been with them for a couple of years. I found them through Pretty Pastel Please, and if I can find her video on her channel, I will link it down below. She listed off a whole bunch of places that you can use to help you better understand your value for social media, and things like YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, you name it. This platform can be used for a lot of different things. Now, this initially started out as a free program, and it migrated into you could pay for the Creator Studio for $99. At the time, I didn't have the money. I really wanted to upgrade to have a bunch of neat features that you can use when you're upgraded. Now, about a month or so ago, they just upgraded to a full paid platform, so you can't use them for free unless you sign up and do a 2-week trial. You can cancel the 2-week trial before it ends, or make sure you set it up so that it cancels so you don't get charged. You can do pay it all at once yearly, or you can do a pay it by the month. Monthly, it's like $19.99 a month. Yearly, it breaks down to like $12.99 a month. I will get into that. Okay, I wanted to check on the pricing of this because I couldn't find it on the website because I'm already upgraded. Now, if you see mine says free, there's a reason for that, because I'm sponsored for a year for this. So in turn for me putting out content, I get a subscription for free. It was wonderful of them and the creators behind Social Bluebook to even offer this sponsorship to me, so I am excruciatingly thankful. But I wanted to show you, this is one of the screenshots that I took. When I tried to log into my account, it kept kicking me out because I had had a free account since August of 2018 or before. My emails for Social Bluebook only go back to August of 2018. So this shows you, I wanted to show you the actual pricing for Social Bluebook. So monthly, it's $19.95 a month, or you can do it yearly for $12.50 a month. Let me show you the breakdown of what those prices would be if you were to pay for one versus the other. So if we do $19.95, we're going to multiply it by 12. You're looking at $239.40. But if you sign up for monthly, you're looking at about $150. It ranges, it's about between $125 and $150. If you use my code to sign up, you do get a discount for signing up for Social Bluebook. And I wanted to bring this up because not a lot of people know this. But again, you get the 14-day free trial. Check it out. Add all of your platforms. Even if it's only for you to view what your values are right then, you can cancel your account within that 14-day trial. And then if at a later date you're more curious about what your values and stuff are, you can pay for this for 1 month and then use it for a month and then cancel that. If you want to get the savings, then sign up for a year, and then once you sign up for a year, you'll have access to it, for 365 days for that term that you have signed up for. And I find that this website is very helpful in helping creators not only know their values for their channel, their posts, that kind of thing. It gives you something to work towards. It gives you something to look at and be like, okay, this video got this many views, likes, comments. This is what I would like to have goal-wise for likes, views, and comments, shares, engagement, that kind of thing. Of course, YouTube shows you all of that information, but this gives you a goal that you can work towards. Do you want to work towards that high-end goal where your value, that high-end value is what your set value is? That's what I look at. I look at what my current numbers are on Social Bluebook, and I'm like, oh, I would really like to have that high-end number be my like minimum number. And then you can work your way up towards that. Find whatever it is that people like most about your channel, find something that you're happy in and creating, and stick with whatever either makes you happy or brings in the view. This is what, let me go to their main page so that you can see what that looks like. I will blur out like my personal information and stuff. I'll have to figure out how to do that in Wondershare, but you know, it is what it is. So this is what you first see when you look at Social Bluebook. It tells you about a little bit about what they are, what you can expect to see for the backside of things, and then they have courses that you can take, like if you have a gaming YouTube channel or you stream on Twitch, they have an entire dedicated video on how to help you succeed on Twitch. They have what you can use to estimate your value on posts. It shows you what your engagement is. It shows you how your your followers, your subscribers. It shows you male versus female, age brackets, location, things like that. It gives you a broad definition of where your audience is, so you know where to target. And it also gives you breakdowns of prices for like a sponsored video, which is a dedicated or sponsored post, which is more of a dedicated post, where if you're on Instagram, you see those hashtag ads or hashtag sponsored posts. The next thing is a direct link, where basically you're just giving the company, brand, product, whatever you are recommending, a mention in your like comments or your description of whatever you're working on. And then you have a shout out where you do a verbal promotion of whatever that product is, whether it's on Instagram or Twitter or YouTube. If you ever watch somebody's YouTube video and it says at the bottom of the screen sponsored, or this video contains sponsored or promotional material, usually what that is that somebody will do like a 10 to 20 second like ad in the video for a shout out, and then of course they'll do a link usually in the description box, and they'll have some sort of code. I have a code for this. You can use my link to sign up, or you can just go to socialbluebook.com and sign up on your own. If you use my link, I do it does track who like when it gets clicked and the like general location. So if you're like from the United States, it'll say United States. It'll say like Canada. It'll tell me like if somebody clicked it and then signed up, or if somebody clicked it and then clicked off, it'll tell me information like that. And then I do have a potential to earn, if you end up signing up, I have a potential to earn money from you signing up when you sign up. So, and that's if you, after your 2-week trial, you go ahead and pay for the program to use it for the, every month or every year, whatever you decide to use. I end up earning a small part of whatever that is that you paid for. So just a heads up, that's what my link is. It will be in the description box, or you could just use the regular website. But if you use my link, then not only are you helping support me and my channel, you help me pay for the subscription for the next year. And, it also lets me know if anybody clicked my link from this video, and if I was able to show somebody what this is actually worth to them, and if somebody was actually interested enough to click on it. Like I said, I've been using this for years. This is how I figure out my values and things like that. And usually when an Amazon seller reaches out to me and says, hey, can you do a YouTube video that's dedicated to this? I'm like, yeah, for this much money and a free product. And I will be honest when I do my review, and they're like, oh, that's too much money. I'm not, and I'm not paying that. When you get into the values and I will show you my numbers, you will be like, that's not a lot of money. And then you'll be like, Amazon sellers are cheap. So yeah, we'll get into that. So with the media kit, it shows you what your values are. You can share that page with other businesses. Like if you're trying to get a sponsorship with somebody or some sort of kickback, you can send them your creator media kit, and it lets them know all of your platforms that you have added to Social Bluebook, and it lets them know what your values are and your demographic, which is a really handy tool for me. The next thing is you have your community. They have Instagram, they have Twitter, they have a Facebook group, which I'm actually in the Facebook group. They have blog posts that they write, they have video tutorials, they have different things that you can use their website for to teach you how to do things. So, and they're always adding new stuff all the time. And they send out like blast emails and stuff that have a whole lot of information in them. So I found that missing 1 or 2 emails makes it kind of difficult to keep up, because if I don't read the entire email like within the first few days or whatever, usually by the next week there's another new email, and I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss something? And then I have to go back and read it, and I'm like, oh, I did miss something. So I learn a lot from these emails. I learn a lot from the website. I've learned a lot from other creators and stuff on this platform. So then we have you know, this is a platform built by creators for creators. So this is somebody who is in the throes of things. They know how to create content. They know how to create YouTube videos, Twitch streams, Twitter posts, Instagram, all kinds of like engageable type promotions for you or your brand or whatever. That's what these people are. They started this with their own personal knowledge, their own personal information, and they have grown it to something quite substantial in my opinion. And of course, like I said, they're always growing. So, you know, everybody has room for improvement. So if you click on, now when you first log into your account, this is the dashboard that you see. This is what you see. Before, when you had like, when it was a free platform, I only had the one, which was YouTube. And of course, everything wasn't color coded. It was quite different. If I can find some older screenshots that I had taken, again, since my hard drive crashed, it's kind of hard to pull some of those images. But if I can find some screenshots from like before they moved them to this new platform, I will try and stick some of those on the screen. But this is what I see. Now, if you look, it says, you know, welcome me, and then refresh my values. Now, if you click that, what it does is it takes all of your social medias that you have added to your account, and it refreshes what you're worth as a post creation. And we're gonna let that refresh for a minute. All right, so it's refreshed. I've had a sip of coffee. It popped up with Twitter first. Now, I don't get a whole lot of engagement on Twitter. I have several hundred followers on there, and I follow a whole bunch of people on there, and very rarely, if ever, do I get likes or comments or retweets or whatever. I don't really care. I go to Twitter because I like reading all the drama, and sometimes it's too much and I have to get off of it. But this shows you what one tweet would be worth. The low end is 88 cents. The high end is $2.97. And that's like a tweet dedicated to, you know, a particular brand or product. Now, if you click this, it shows retweet. Retweets are a whole lot different. Retweet is where you either share somebody's post or you quote tweet it and leave a comment. So it shows that, you know, 17 cents to 59 cents is what a retweet is worth. Now, if you look, it shows, you know, I don't really have a whole lot of engagement on retweets. I don't have a whole lot of engagement on tweets, period. And it shows like my most recent post. Of course, it doesn't have graphics on it, but it shows like 3 likes, 2 likes, 1 like, 1 like, 1 like, and then there's like no retweets on any of them, which is pretty standard for my Twitter. Twitter isn't really like my biggest platform. And when I post on there, it seems like I get ignored anyways, because, you know, it is what it is. But if you click this up here, it tells you whether or not you can refresh your authorization, which sometimes like YouTube will kick authorization off, like they'll stop authorization for certain websites. So you have to refresh your authorization, which makes you log back into your account and verify who you are, which is a safety measure. Always make sure you have 2-step authentication turned on websites that have it featured, whether it's an email to a secondary email address that's different than your main email, or a text message to your phone, or, you know, some other method, so that if somebody does try and get into your account, they're not going to be as easily accessible to your information as just a straight login. I always have 2 or 3 different backup methods that I use, and I switch what I use between various platforms. I also have a dedicated Google Voice number that I use that, of course, Google Voice is free, that you can use to have them send a text code or a message code to, or call you through to verify that it's you, to make sure that somebody else isn't stealing your information. So that's always a good thing to have. Safety is always the key when it comes to the internet. Also, you know, if you use a VPN, that's just extra bonus safety measure. So you see how it also says delete platform. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click off of it. Then we have Instagram. Now, some of these you'll see where it says dedicated video, photo, reels, or story posts. These are all different features on Instagram that you can use to post content. So dedicated video is something that's going to be like a minute long or less sometimes if you do like the regular Instagram videos that goes, I think it's up to 15 minutes. You can record a video and then post it as the long version. There's those. You can do a dedicated post on it, which is a photo. A reel is anything that's 15 seconds or shorter, and then a story post is something that goes away after 24 hours, kind of like the whole James Charles Sugar Bear hair post. Everybody I'm sure knows about that by now. So these just show you the values that you would have for the different types of, you know, of posts. I don't think I have any reels on my page at all. I don't really do that. But it just shows you what your values are for each of those. It also shows likes and comments for your most recent posts and stuff. And a lot of mine were about, you know, voting yesterday. So there's that. And this is only one of my 2 accounts. Actually, I have 3 accounts. But again, you've got your 2 options here to refresh or delete. Then there is my blog. Now, my blog, I initially started years back, and I didn't really use it a whole lot, but I use a program called If It. It's called If Not Then, you know, but I'll have to leave that link down below as well. It's a plugin type program that I belong to, where when I post on YouTube, it shares it to Twitter, Facebook, my blog, that kind of thing, and it actually takes the video link and shares it to those places for me. So the majority of my blog posts, unless I write out a dedicated blog, which I will be doing a breakdown of this in a blog post in about a month, I haven't gotten it all written yet, so it's going to take me at least a couple weeks to get it done. Blog, I use Blogger. You've got Blogger, you've got Blogspot, you've got so many different blogging websites. You can even have your own. You can host your own domain and have a blog. You can go buy a domain from GoDaddy and build a website on your own through like Wix or Weebly or Square, or one of those platforms that allows you to have a non-storefront type website. So Blogger, it really is one of those things that I don't use a whole lot, but I do, as you can see, I do get quite a bit of views on you know, the posts, which, you know, is okay. And again, it shows me the age of the people that randomly look at my content, the audience, as well as my country, like where people are coming from. Then we get into YouTube, which is my main platform. Let me slide this down. This actually, the value of this went down since yesterday, which, you know, it's fine. Things go up and down. On average, most people say don't charge less than $25 for a dedicated post. That's pretty much been the rule of thumb since I started on YouTube. Minimum for like people like me that have less than 4,000 subscribers. It is good to stay humble for many reasons. One is if you know that you're putting out content that is to the best of your ability or your knowledge or whatever, that you are giving as much information, being as factual as you can and as honest as you can. As you grow your audience, number one, that's going to be like the key thing that keeps people on your channel. I am who I am. What I do on video is who I am. I am no different when I am off camera than I am on camera. Sometimes I'm a lot more quiet. I'm more reserved. If I'm quiet, I'm either thinking or I'm pissed off. If my eyes are gray, run. But you know, for the most part, I'm chill, I'm relaxed, I'm calm. Very rarely do I scream and yell. If I do get pretty heated and I start getting upset and I scream and I yell, that's bad, because then that raises my blood pressure and it causes problems with my tachycardia. So we don't want that. Now, with YouTube, YouTube being my main platform, you have a bunch of different things. This is a dedicated video. So this video would be a value of $2.24 to $18.96 as of right now. Now, if I do a shout out, it's only worth, you know, 79 cents to $6.63, which I will end up doing some Social Bluebook shout outs because I have a 12-month contract with them. But for the most part, you know, if you do a dedicated video, then I'm looking at about $20. And most Amazon sellers don't want to pay $20 or $25 for a dedicated video. Now, if you click on channel growth, it shows you things that you would see on, here is my Social Blade. Shows you how many uploads I have, shows me my subscribers, shows me my video views, my country, when my account was created. We're coming up on an anniversary here next month. Shows you what my grade is, my average views, and remember this monthly earnings thing on you know, Social Blade, usually whatever this number is divided by like 3, and that's usually what we earn. So and again with this number here, divided by 3, sometimes 4. And we're earning anywhere between a quarter to a third of what these numbers are on average for what I know for my side. And then this shows you dates, subscribers, view count, and all of the other fun stuff and estimated earnings. So let's go back to this page. So it shows you, again, uploads, subscribers. I actually have 3835 subscribers. I was almost at 3850, and then all of a sudden I was like losing 10 subscribers a day. So I got down to like 3820 something. Shows you my video views, that 77% of my audience is from the United States, and that these are the kind of tags that I use for my videos: pets and animals, people and blogs, how to, and style. Yep, sounds pretty accurate. And then it has dates, how many subscribers I went up and down. This is actually more accurate than the Social Blade, because Social Blade, since YouTube got rid of the showing you day by day, like how many we see it on the backside. We'll see if we lose one subscriber or gain one subscriber. It'll show us that one subscriber, but on other platforms, it'll show like negative whatever. And they do it in increments of 10. So if I lose one subscriber, it's going to show a negative 10. If I gain one subscriber, it's going to show a positive 10. Asinine, if you ask me, absolutely stupid. But it is what it is. At least these numbers are accurate. These numbers are more accurate. Usually any of the negative numbers that I get, it just shows on the backside of YouTube. A lot of them are closed accounts, which is fine. I would rather have all this fake and spam and bot accounts gone anyways. I wish YouTube would go through and just purge their whole system and get rid of thousands and millions of channels that have subscribed to people that are all fake accounts that, say they sign up, they subscribe to your channel, and then they don't watch your content. I think anybody who's subscribed to a channel that hasn't watched content in over 12 months, they need to go through and just remove those subscribers. To be honest, that's how I feel, especially as a small creator. I'm subscribed to channels that I actually watch. Every one of the channels that I'm subscribed to, I watch at least one of their videos a month. One. Now, there are some people I'm subscribed to that don't post but once a month. So as soon as they post a video, I watch it. But for the most part, all the big YouTubers and stuff, I don't watch them anymore. I found that a lot of them were fake and that I didn't want that kind of content. And I only watch things that actually interest me or that I learned something from. And a lot of it's history stuff. So if you ever look at my channels that I follow, because my subscriptions are public, you can see a lot of the things that I follow are either a few beauty channels and a whole lot of history stuff, because that's just the kind of nerd I am, and a few gaming channels thrown in there here and there. All right, so it shows you age groups, gender. I'm about 70-40, 70-30, 60-40 for male to female ratio on my channel. A lot of the males that came on my channel came for either my big nose or my hair. So, and funny enough, some of them have stuck around for the beauty content now that I'm not doing ASMR stuff anymore, because I got way too many creepy comments on that. But it shows me that they liked me enough to stick around, which is awesome, because I really am just one of the guys. I mean, seriously, I am. Shows me what devices they usually view my content on, shows me subscriber and video view gain, shows me all kinds of information on where people are, what, even shows me, views, 61 views for Canada, 29 comments, 314 estimated minutes watched in the last 30 days. And then we have the US of A, we have Germany, Russia, India, Australia, love me some Kiwis. Well, that would be New Zealand. Where is New Zealand? I don't have any viewers from New Zealand. So, just to show you the difference on here, it shows you generally the same information. Shows you the monthly views and subscribers, and this information is not as accurate as Social Bluebook. Sorry, presidential stuff just pop up on my phone. Now, if you look here, it also has other estimations and stuff. Social Bluebook does a really good job of showing you, like if I mouse over something, see how it says tablet, console, desktop, mobile, TV. It gives you much more detailed information. So this is going to look a lot like what YouTube does for us. Now, getting into some of the other things, the page I told you that you could share is right here under Media Kit. Tells you the platforms that I use up here at the top left. Shows that's a Halloween video that I did a couple weeks ago. A little excerpt of me, a Google number that is not associated with anything that I use for backup, so you can use that. An email that I use for generalized, off YouTube stuff. YouTube related stuff, I should say. And then we have follower count, and then we have demographic here, the general demographic. And the funny thing is my demographic is actually younger than me, which is great because I do look this age bracket, which is fine with me, even though I'm 40. Now, if it also shows you the breakdowns again from the other page. So this shows you all of the same information again. But what's really neat, and then of course I can upload photos here, which I uploaded some Halloween ones, If you click up here and click share, it gives you a nice little link that you can actually share with people, which will get them to your profile. I'm going to click preview so that you can see what it looks like from an outside perspective. And this is what it shows. Again, most of this information was on the other page. And then you have all of my social platforms that I use and some of my work. So this is what you can share to people to show them what your value is. And I don't want to say the word worth because we're all worth something. I mean, heck, I'm sure I'm worth at least a penny to somebody. So this shows what your earning values could potentially be, what you could feasibly ask for your audience and engagement. That's what this page is for. Feel free to share it. It's awesome. Now, if we get into some of the other features, we have the community. This is their dedicated Facebook group. I'm in this group, as you can see, the first comment that's right here for new activity. There's me right there. I commented on somebody's post to give them helpful information. And hopefully, you know, my information helps somebody else. These are where people can come on here and ask questions. Here's Sam. Hi, Sam. This is where you can come for help, and anybody can join this as long as you are a Social Bluebook member. And you have to give them the email address that you used on Social Bluebook to sign up. Then we have the Academy. This is where you can learn different things. It only has a few courses here, but like I said, there's one for streaming, there's one that talks about brands, what an influencer business is, like all the information. Then you have the terminology that influencers use, like the difference between hashtag sponsored and hashtag ad. There's not really a difference, but it means something different to people that are watching it. If you say hashtag ad, most people will click off of it. If you say hashtag sponsored, it means the same thing, but people are more likely to watch something that says sponsored versus ad. It's something that has to do with the way our rationale is when we think about things. If we see an ad, we're like, oh God, it's like one of those things on the TV that the sound is 10 times louder than everything else, and you just want to hit the mute button and ignore it while it plays for 45 seconds or however long. When somebody sees sponsored, they're like, oh, I wonder what this is about. So terminology can be kind of touchy when it comes to influencers. I'm not really technically an influencer, but if I have influenced anybody to either try something or buy something that I have mentioned in any of my content, then technically that does make me an influencer because I've influenced somebody to try something that they might not have. So there's a couple of other informational things on here. And some of these you do have to pay for. If you look down here, it says free on this one. Some of these, like this, the streaming one, I think is $27 to sign up for that. Now back to this. Let me move this again. If I come up here and I click connect a platform, it shows you all of the different platforms that you have. So you can add all of these, and they have the ability to add more than one of these platforms. I'm going to try and connect my Facebook. Not quite sure if that worked or not, because again, the requirement for adding Facebook, requires at least 10 posts and 1,000 page likes to calculate your values. So it didn't add the page, but it did go through the steps of where it could add the page, and I'm probably going to blur some of those out. But you know, if you, oh, got a cat. If you're curious about how that works, I mean, literally, it's just that easy, just a few clicks, and you can log into whatever account you're logged into and make sure that you know you can link things properly. If you want a video on how to sign up for an account, I can do that. I don't have my other YouTube channel on here, so that gives me the option to add either another YouTube channel to this account, which is my main account, or I can make a whole new account and walk you guys through step by step on how to sign up. I'm just showing you the features and what this website is used for. Okay, so really quick, I wanted to log out of my account and show you this. If you go to click login and you don't have a login information, this is a screen that you would see to create an account. And of course, you would go through all of their various screens. They have terms of service and privacy policies listed right there as you go to sign in so that you can see what their information is. It has all of their information. So here's where we get into money. You can use PayPal to pay for this, which, you know, sometimes makes it easier for some people. But if you look right here at the very top, it says you agree to pay all fees set forth on Social Bluebook account creation page based on the subscription tier and pricing model you have selected. The fees, unless otherwise agreed to by Social Bluebook in writing, you will not be charged any fees during the 14-day period beginning at the date of your creation of your account or the trial period. And then it goes into, you know, paying for the services. So again, 14 days free trial. You can cancel it before the 14 days is up, or make sure you cancel it the day before is what I would recommend. Now, you can pay for this monthly, or you can pay for it by the year. You save a big chunk of change if you sign up for an entire year. I love using this website. It really is handy for me to know, and I can come on here every day and refresh the values, or I can come on every other day, or every once a week. I usually do every 5 days. So usually Mondays and Fridays I check and see what my estimation is. I can see what I'm doing on YouTube, but it's nice to see what the values are on here for other things, other platforms, and it's all in one spot. So I don't have to keep clicking other tabs. Like with Social Blade, if I go to my dashboard on here, you see how it has YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. I don't have all of my platforms here, but you have to click on each one of these things in order to see your values and engagement on each of them. And they're not always accurate. So that's one thing that kind of bugs me. At least with Social Bluebook, if I click on any of this information where it gives me the option to, to change numbers, to check numbers, to view numbers, to anything like that, where it says view channel growth right here, this gives me more accurate reporting than Social Blade does. Now, I don't pay for Social Blade. Maybe if I paid for membership on there, that it would be different. But again, there's only so many things I can afford. Now, sometimes, people that only they chase the views don't end up very happy. I honestly record what I want, when I want, how I want. That's how I've always done it. If it doesn't make me happy, I don't do it. So also keep that in mind when you're creating content for somebody else to view. If you're not happy making that content, people are going to see it in your video. They don't want to watch somebody that's bored to freaking death talking about something they could absolutely give two craps about. I would rather watch somebody that's energized and engaged in the content that they're making and actually excited. When I click on a video and the first thing they say is, "I'm excited today to bring you this video," makes me really not want to watch it. But if I click on a video and they're like, "I'm really excited today to bring you this video, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get into this," there's a whole big difference between the one and the other. The second one is the one that I would rather watch. And I know a lot of beauty YouTubers start off their videos with the same thing every time. I'm like, "Hey guys, it's Rebecca. Today we're gonna blah 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 blah." I mean, I try and get all that crap out of the way. I hate watching long intros. I hate watching long outros. I also don't like it when their intro music is 10 times louder than their video, and their outro music, it gets playing, you're like, "Oh my god, what was that?" Okay, I don't like doing that to people. I don't like it done to me. So I try and make sure that all my sound is about the same level, the same decibel level, especially for people that wear headphones or wear earbuds when they're listening or watching videos, especially on mobile. There's just that jarring moment that you have when you're in somebody's introduction, or outro. Those are other things I try and keep in mind. I try only filming what I am happy or excited about. This is something I use. It's something that I enjoy. It's something that I have talked about with other people. Some of my friends know about it. I know I've talked with Shelly from Geek Out of Water about it. I do believe she uses it. I know Michelle from Mascara to Midnight, she's heard about it, but my friend Niche, she hadn't heard of it, and she's in school for marketing. So I found it interesting that the older demographic knew about this program, but the younger demographic didn't quite understand how it worked or hadn't even heard of it. So again, it also breaks down to who you follow on YouTube or what videos you've been drawn to. If you are signed up for something like TubeBuddy, which I also am signed up for TubeBuddy, I use TubeBuddy for tags and information for how to title videos and thumbnails and that kind of stuff. If you want videos on other programs that I use in conjunction with Social Bluebook, let me know. I can get that done as well. But I know this is a long video. I've talked a lot. I've showed you a lot of information. It's a lot to digest. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys in another video very soon. I'm just super excited. This is, again, my very first ever sponsored video. My very first time anybody's ever been willing to work with me. 40-year-old little Florida me. I'm happy. I'm excited. It's a program I use, and I will leave my links down below. Again, it's an affiliated link. It's a tracking link also, so I will see when people actually click on it. You don't have to sign up for an account, but if you do, I would appreciate it if you use my link. Again, I do get a small kickback for anybody who pays for a subscription. 14-day free trial is free. I don't earn anything from that, but if you do upgrade to either a monthly plan, I get a small percentage of that, or if you upgrade to a yearly plan, I get a bigger percentage of that. If you want more information on what those breakdowns are or how to become an affiliate, I can do a video on that as well. Hopefully you guys learn something new. You get to see what my values are, not my worth. Remember, worth is different to everybody, but this shows you what earning potentials are, how to use them, what tools there are for you. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day or night wherever you are, and be safe. Bye.